This video is going to give you 8 mini jump spots you can use on the new Mazrah map, whether you're playing Warzone 2 or DMZ. Let's get into it. So I'll bring up the TAQ map so you can see the exact location of every single one of these jump spots. Now this one is a big, long tube that runs basically from the bottom kind of area of the map to kind of like the center of the map. And you can basically use it to get on top of that hill that you can see directly ahead. Now, yes, it's a very risky jump spot, let's be perfectly honest, because you're very likely to get shot here. But if you're playing something like solos, for example, you just want to get on top of that hill as quickly as possible, this is definitely the best way to do it. And to be perfectly honest, a lot of people like camping in this game, and on top of that, there's not a lot of players to fill out the map if you are playing Battle Royale in particular. And if you are playing DMZ, then it's a different story. And it also allows you to get on top of the rooftops of any one of these blue buildings, which could be very useful if you know if there's players definitely in there from a UAV, for example. Next up, we have this mini building over at the top right of the map. I don't really know what this location is called, but there's quite a few of these buildings kind of scattered all over the map in general. So this kind of works for the most part when you do see a building that kind of looks like this. Now, obviously, these cars are placed perfectly so that you can hang on to the ledge, and that kind of gives you an indication of where jump spots could be. So if you do see these kind of broken down cars, there's usually a jump spot nearby, and the same kind of goes for these kind of small walls as well that you'd see from this next one, which is right next to it. Basically, you could jump on the wall and then hang onto the ledge, and now with the ledge hang mechanic, you can actually make these jumps. Now we're near the cemetery area of the map, and there's this big tall building with the ladders on it, and of course you can go ahead and use the ladders. I mean, that's pretty straightforward. But let's say you're not looking to go all the way up, you just want to make it to the first or second floor of the building. You can actually let go and then jump into one of the floors of the buildings, which could be very useful because people are not always camping directly on the top of it. So that means that you can actually get into one of the other floors without having to go through the inside stairs, which is definitely going to help you a lot because these stairs are very narrow and very easy to die from campers. Another quick example on the same building where these cars make a really nice jump spot as well. So again, that's multiple ways into the exact same building. Next spot on the map is just below Observatory, and again, very similar to some of these other small buildings. Again, there's more jump spots using these cars and some of these smaller walls to make it into the second floor. I've kind of noticed that only the smaller buildings have, if you're trying to find jump spots on the major POIs, there's actually not a lot of them, or if any at all. This will allow you to get to the second floor of this building, and similarly you can do it on the other side as well using the exact same wall. All you need to do is hop onto the wall and basically jump onto the ledge right there, and you can do it the exact same way. Next one's quite a simple one. You've seen that on the TAQ map just there. What you could do is you can hop onto this little side ledge and basically make it in through the doorway right here, which is a very, very simple thing to do. But not only that, the most important thing I wanted to show you here is that you can actually go upstairs, and instead of using the ladders here, which 90% people would use to get to the rooftop because it's the only way, using the ledge will give you a slight off angle because people will be camping the ladders, of course. The next one is actually in Observatory, and this one I'm really proud of. Now, this one is very similar to the police buildings we had in Warzone 1, but you can actually get onto that ledge there if you use this bin on the side, and you can pretty much grab onto the ledge straight away and push yourself up. Now, you can go through the main window, you could jump through some of the side windows as well. But you need to make sure you're looking directly upwards to make this work. And again, you can use one of the side windows to jump in, do whatever you want there. But this is definitely a really good jump spot. And if there's any other buildings that are similar to this around the map, you should use this. Next one's another really easy one next to the marshlands here. Again, there's a lot of these mini buildings all over the map, like I keep saying, and this one is very simple. Jump onto the car, jump onto the ledge right there, if you can actually do it, that is, and then basically get into the window. Very straightforward. And the last and final one for this video is this petrol station building right off on the edge of the map, and all of these buildings are designed very similarly, so this could work on pretty much 90% of the petrol stations. So you can see the ladders there, you can climb up those, of course, that'll be the easy way to do it. But the best way to actually do this jump spot is if you do not use the ladders and you actually come up and use the side little boxes right here. You can also go and climb all the way from the bottom if you climb on these bins. There's a lot of these petrol stations dotted around the map, so make sure you use this jump spot. That's it for this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.